Alrighty guys, for step one, we're installing OEM windows for this Promaster van. So these particular windows pretty much have a template built into it. So only thing you need to do is follow that guideline that goes around the window. So first you want to start off by drilling holes at each section where the curves meet. And once you do that, you will go around that curve and drill 4 or 5 holes to give you more of a connect the dot type template. Now as you can see, we have that connect the dot template, so let's sand down the outside to get rid of them sharp ridges, because you don't want to cut yourself. This aluminum will cut through you like hot butter. So once you sand it down, you play connect the dots, get you a straight edge and just follow through with a permanent marker. Now usually people put tape around the windows, but nothing here is going to be seen, so there's no reason to put tape around the windows on this or on your jigsaw. So now you just start cutting. You just follow the lines, play connect the dots. Now on your jigsaw you should have a fine tooth jig to cut through this aluminum, so make sure you cut straight, because you do not want to cut the interior trim, because you will be adding some rubber trim to that later. Now use tape to help hold it in place to keep from rattling around while you're cutting it. Now you see how it's rattling around without the tape? You don't want that, it makes it harder to cut. Now we will be adding some U-shape edge trim. Now this is a real meticulous job, so take your time and use a rubber mallet to help push it into place. Once you have it in place, do not remove it and try to add it again, because now you have messed up the seal of the U-shape rubber edge trim. Let's clean the outside of this window trim with something that doesn't leave a residue, like water, alcohol, paint thinner, something like that. So now let's add a bead of sealant to the window that we will be installing on the van. Once you install the sealant, you hold the window up, level it to the top of the back of the van, and then slowly press it down. Get you some tape to hold it in place while it solidifies. Do the same for both windows. Now I hate to admit it, but this is where I made a big mistake. I used this sealant that I bought from Amazon. It was only like $9, and I was like, hey, I thought it was thicker, but it was thin, and I went with it anyway. Was not a good idea, because now look at the window. It is slowly itching down. It's falling off, guys. So do not use that stuff. What I did is use some little shims to help pry it open, if I'm not putting too much pressure on the window that could crack it. So we just slowly made our way around the window. That sealant removes pretty easy. So I just took my time, got it off. Once I took it off, then I had to remove it off the window. So we just took our little putty knife and started removing it again off the window. Big mistake. Do not take the cheap way out, guys. You know, I'm trying to do a budget build, but you can't be budget everywhere. So now the wife is sanding the outside, you know, getting the back clean again, and we're gonna wipe it down with some alcohol and get ready for the new bead of actual window sealant. This will be posted in the description below, but it costs a little more money, but it works a whole lot better. So I warmed it up with a heat gun so that can be a little more pliable. What you definitely want to do is put a nice bead across the top, because that's the best place that water is going to seep in at. So one solid bead all the way across. All the way around would be even better, but if you just do the top, that still helps. That way the water will roll off to the side and not be dripping through, because water is going to get in that window. So that's why you need to seal it, to keep it from penetrating into your van. There you have it. This OEM window install on a Ram Promaster 2500 is now complete. You will want to give it 24 to 48 hours to dry. Next up, we will be installing 3 awning style windows. These things are amazing, guys. Make sure you stay around for this install. Alright, we finally got these back windows done now. Yeah. Time to hit the side windows.
All right, before we do the side windows, let's take a ride on the e-bikes. What you think?
Yeah, we need a break.
Yes.
These windows was hard work. We had to do it twice. So yeah, let's go jump on these things and test them out.
I'm ready. This is mine. That's
who they buy?
These bikes are by TST Group.
All right, we have enough fun. Back to work.
Back to work.
You gotta hit it with the pedal. I mean the thumb throttle. Uh-oh. Let's say, watch out for that rock right there. Oh man, the shocks on here is amazing. This thing handles off-road very well. I have to take this through some little mountain biking or something. Alrighty, so the object with these particular windows that is totally different than the ones we put on the back. Those are easy. These gets a little technical. So now we just got to figure out where we want to position this window. Closer to the back, right in the middle, this way, definitely not that way. But somewhere in a happy middle here. So we're gonna take this stock construction paper, which is a little thick, and make a template out of this that we can cut a hole into the side of the van. Now, I like using this much more than cardboard. Let's make us a template, and then we're gonna hit the inside. Now I'm back with the template. Here it is. Boom. So what we need to do, because the car is not leveled, we have to measure from the grooves, or a particular point in the vehicle that we know is straight. So we need to cut this rib off here. Game time, baby. Game time. Alrighty, so we got our template here. So we know this is 54 inches. So we just need to center this. We'll nail up our template. 1/2 inch there. Put it in the center. Alright, so let's get this template taped up to this frame. And once we get it taped up, guys, what we're going to do is trace it out with a pencil. So when you trace it out with the pencil, make sure you're holding it flat so you get a nice straight line. And then once you get that traced out, you're going to drill holes on each curved corner where it starts at, and then you're going to follow it up with some pallet holes, 4 or 5 in that same curvature. Now let's go ahead and put up a little bag to catch the shavings from the inside while we cut it on the outside. Now let's play connect the dots again. We all played it in elementary and preschool, so here you go. That's the easiest part right here, guys. Just connect those dots, make sure it's straight. Now once you do that, you don't forget to tape off the outside, because you do not want to scar up anything out here, any of your painting. Now, most jigsaws have a plastic lining on it, so it really won't mess it up, but if you have an old jigsaw, it might go ahead and scratch up everything. So just be safe and put some tape on the jigsaw and on the vehicle itself. So me, I got my welding jacket, because those little sharp pieces, boy, they hurt. Once you're cutting, you know, they're hot and they poke you. So if you have a welding jacket or some kind of other jacket you can put on to protect your arms, head, face, please make sure you use safety first, guys. Safety first. So again, just follow the lines and you'll be fine. Once you cut out your windows, make sure you use some rust-proof paint around the area you just cut. Ultimately, water will win, so you want to try and waterproof it as much as possible. Alrighty, guys, we got our cut all the way around. So let's see what it looks like when we yank off all this stuff. Oh yeah, look at that dog. So now, don't forget to sand down those edges, get rid of those sharp pieces that will cut the devil out of you. And once you finish sanding it down, put some rust-proof paint on those edges to keep that water from rusting out everything, because it will get in there. You can use a file or you can use a sander, whichever you want to use, go for it. I use both, they both work fine, so either or will do. But don't spend too much time on it, guys. So before we pull the tape off, let's give it a dry fit. Oh my God. All right, perfect fit, guys. Boom. Take this and put it around the edge like so.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's see what we got. So we got the hole cut out. We got it framed out with some wood. So this will have somewhere to sit on. And then we're placing it in.
All right.
How are we looking on the inside?
Looking good.
Alrighty. So now you just check Make sure there's no gaps. It sits flush all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
And then hold it on the inside. You got it?
I got it.
Then all you need is a couple pieces of tape on the outside to help hold it in place. And we're going to put this on here just so we can step back and take a look. So when you step back, you're just looking, trying to make sure it's even distance all the way across. And for good measure, you put your measuring tape on it. Perfect. Now let's go on the inside with the missus. And let's see if the frame fits on comfortably. See, now you're just looking in there. Try to see if the holes line up with the little metal. So you have somewhere to screw in. Because this particular window brand didn't pre-drill the holes for you. Mm-hmm. So you just have to make sure it's lined up as best as possible. Mm-hmm. And then go for it. All right, so you're going to want your drill. And what you're going to want is a very small, very, very small drill bit for the screw. You just want to give it a pallet hole. So now we're just going to repeat that process all the way around. All right, let me show you why we went with these windows. So from the inside, this is all the latches closed. You open the 3 latches, push it out. 1 stop, 2 stop. Then you push it up again to let it come back down. And these are awning style. So even when it's raining, you can do like that, and the rain just gonna run off of it. All the tools that we use on this job, we're going to post down below in the description. We have a DeWalt tool set. We bought the whole package. It was like $500. Don't do that. You can buy the DeWalt batteries or the Amazon and buy all the knockoff versions of the same tools. They work great. I have a whole shop full of the knockoffs. This right here would have been like $150 for the DeWalt version. This was like $30, $40. So if you want to save some money while you're doing builds, the tools become the most expensive part. So save where you can, guys. And these things work great. Don't let nobody tell you different. We had to measure 4 7/8 from here to where the windows begins. And the same thing on this side, 4 7/8. And at the top here, it lines up perfectly with the edge of the trim. The same thing down here. So all we gotta do, make sure these dots are lined up, which they are here and there and here. That seems to be off a little bit. All right, let's check our measurements to make sure. But this top part seems to be off because it's a little over my dot. Nope, still point on. All right, guys, check that out. That's where that window will be. We got 3 open windows now. That one, and then you can see straight through.
Oh, to the other one. Oh, it is open already.
Boom.
Boom, shakalaka. Boom.
What's that above your head?
Oh. Ken loves cat. Oh.
So now this one has how many latches?
4.
Oh, stop 1, stop 2. Oh, this one got 4 stops. Keep going.
Oh, does it?
3 and go one more. Oh no, so it's got 3. The last one is a close it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, this big one got 3, and the other 2 ones, smaller ones, has 2. Good stuff. Look like at an ice cream truck. Man, can I have a
You want a Nutty Buddy? That's all I got is Nutty Buddy and strawberry shortcake.
All right, I'll take a Nutty Buddy and your strawberry shortcake, baby.
Right. All right.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, looks good.
Yes, looks good. Did a great.
Guys, I think we made a terrible, terrible mistake. Let's go open the other window, sweetie, right here.
Uh-oh. I just wanna ride with you.
All right, guys, you see we got that window open. We got this window open. Let me give you a wider shot. Now let's see if you can figure it out before I tell you.
What the mistake is?
What the mistake is.
All right.
Now see, we got 2 windows and a door. A sliding door.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get a little closer. Think of it again. We got a sliding door with an open window.
What we gonna do?
How that's gonna work?
What are we gonna do about that?
All right, so here's the mistake, guys.
Ding, 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 ding. Stop. Right there.
So if we're not paying attention,
Yeah.
and we sling this door open, that window is going bye-bye.
Gone. Gone.
So you may not want to put this kind of window in the back.
Yeah.
But luckily they do have a stop that we can put in here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the door opened wide enough, actually, so we can put a permanent stop here so that we don't have to worry about it at all. Because the door is open like 3 feet right now.
Okay.
See that?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
So we could put a permanent stop and don't have to worry about it. But something to be aware of.
Yes, keep that in mind.
We have 2 awning style windows on the passenger side, one on the sliding door, one in the rear. And at the back of the van, we have 2 OEM windows that usually comes with the ProMaster, but we didn't purchase that version, so we had to install these ourselves. And as you come around on the driver's side, we have another awning style window.